Oh my goodness. Look at these guys. Growing next to these guys. In February. I'm sorry if this is common for you all. This is very new for me. Where I'm from, January and February are about the ugliest months of the year. It's gloomy and frigid and icy and slushy, and everything is just different shades of gray. And not in any kind of fun way. It's fantastic to experience flowers in January and February. There are so many kinds here. Look at these beautiful little guys. Wow! We need to get back home. I have an idea. Oh good, you're here. Hiralious Bones, back by popular demand. Here to let you know that somewhere in the world, flowers are growing. These flowers have me thinking of my old friends Dusky Knees, Agatha Fancy Pants, Flora Snagglebaum, and all the rest. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I invite you to watch the first video I did decorating these wooden pendants to fill yourself in. If you'd rather figure it out through context clues, fair enough. I focused on flowers in the last batch, and I do a couple flowers with this batch too, but I want to figure out other ways to express all the beautiful colors I see around me. So let's figure it out. I had 6 of these left, but I could only find 5 of them, so 5 is our lucky number today. Let's start with this friend. I really enjoy this black 3.0. It adds so much depth. After the center was dry, I dry brushed some black 3.0 around the outer edge to age it a little. Focus, please. Blast! These two are of similar styles, so I decided to make this one a pearlescent white to contrast the black 3.0. Move you over here for a moment. Using my purple Posca pen to fill in the teeny tiny dots in between the hearts, and then I mixed a purple acrylic to match it. I could have just used the purple Posca pen to color in the center. What does it say about me that it's taken me this long to think of that? When that was dry, I did a wash of gold over it, making sure to water it down so you could see the purple through it. This one is turning out really pretty in my opinion. Then I did a wash over the dots, because details matter. More hearts. How about some green hearts? Bet you weren't expecting that. As this went along, it started reminding me of St. Patrick's Day. And not in a good way. In a very commercial, drunken Mardi Gras kind of way. Not that Mardi Gras is a bad thing either. Don't take me out of context. Can we pull it back? 2 of those greens look very similar, but I assure you, one has glitter in it, so it's completely different. Doing a wash of green interference paint by Golden hasn't helped the St. Patrick's Day vibe. More green. That'll help, right? I'd started this one before, but I thought it was looking a bit cartoony, so I decided to change direction. I decided to do every other petal a light glittery blue, and then wasn't sure where to go. So I gave the center a wash of blue interference paint. Classic. By the time that was dry, I had an idea. So I filled the other petals in with a darker glittery blue. Genius, am I right? Then I decided what this pendant needs is teeny dots. Dots! So I put teal dots on the darker blue and darker blue dots on the lighter blue petals. Alright, now we need to address the center. Now our black 3.0 is dry, let's adhere some of these beautiful flakes to the pendant. I got these lovely flakes of rock or something from a rock and mineral show that the university hosts every year in my hometown. It was labeled carborundum, but I feel like they may have been lying to me. If you guys know what this is, please let me know down in the comments. I really love objects that change color depending on how the light hits them. I wanted to leave some of the black 3.0 showing through, and had some of the flakes overflowing onto the edge of the pendant to make it look like the rock is forming through the pendant. Through it. For the contrasting piece, I went through my crystal beads and picked out these lovely iridescent white quartz crystals to form into a larger crystal cluster on the pendant. I really wanted to push myself beyond flowers with these guys. The flowers are beautiful, and I love them, but what about the sparkly things? I tried to set them up to make them look like a natural cluster. I took some glass chips that were treated to make them iridescent and filled in the cracks between the crystals and the rest of the background. I think this one's so pretty. This is the purple and gold boy. I had combined these beads for another project, but I really love how the colors all work together for this one, so I decided to immortalize this color combination with this pendant also. I knew I wanted the rose and some leaves on there. Resin is tricky, especially UV resin. If the torchlight doesn't reach the resin because, let's say, the beads you're trying to stick down are completely opaque, then the resin can't cure. And if the resin can't cure, it doesn't stick very well. But I think we reached an understanding by the end. I used to do a lot of seed bead weaving and jewelry. I just love beads. They can add a pop of color and an interesting shape right where it's needed. These rose beads are so lovely. Sometimes I think beads can look cheap and plasticky, but I think these little roses are beautiful and elegant. I wanted to make sure that all the colors were balanced, so I filled in the first layer, then went back and added some where I thought it was needed. Then I filled the rest of the hearts in with resin, and it was ready for a ribbon. I couldn't resist adding a couple flowers to some of these. I painted this inner ring gold, and now I'm going to add a green flower because why not? I like the way it's shaped. I think the delicacy of the little yellow flowers and the type of flower I decided to use as the main flower helped bring it back from the tacky commercial interpretation of St. Patrick's Day. And now I think it's just a lovely green pendant. I was disappointed that a large bubble formed in the resin while it was curing, but I think it's still pretty and interesting to look at. This was a complete experiment, and I'm not sure it was successful. I outlined the petals and inner ring with a chrome paint marker. I decided on some little blue flowers for texture behind the main flower. I chose a reddish pink flower for the center. I layered 2 of the reddish pink flowers to give the bloom a fuller look. I do 1 layer to affix everything to the pendant, and then a second layer to seal everything in. I feel like that gave me more control of the resin, and I wasn't having to worry about things moving or making a mess. Just look at these lovelies. What do you guys think? I think the crystal ones are my favorite, but it's been fun experimenting with all the materials. Which one's your favorite? Let me know down in the comments. If you liked what you saw here today, perhaps like the video. Maybe a subscription is in order. That's all for today, my friends. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Fantastic!